What's going on, my people? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. If you can donate to the channel, go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. Make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right, man. Let's get in here, man. I'm doing a late show. Got off a little early today. Listen. We're just going to get into it. Trump supporters has lost their damn mind. They gone, people. They gone. And like I said, at this point in time, I just don't have no empathy for none of them no more. You try to like understand where they coming from and shit like that, but you can't really. So, let's just get into it. These people crazy.
Monday was the third anniversary of the 13 U.S. military service members who were killed in Afghanistan at Kabul Airport's Abbey Gate. That was August 26, 2021. 3 of the 13 are buried at the Arlington National Cemetery. Former President Donald Trump visited the cemetery following a leaf-laying ceremony to honor those who lost their lives that day. He did so at the invitation of the families. A video of the visit posted by the Trump campaign on TikTok showed the former president walking through Arlington and visiting grave sites. It's a violation of federal law to use cemetery footage for campaign purposes. Prior to Trump's visit to Section 60, that's an area in the cemetery largely reserved for the graves of those who served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Campaign officials were made aware of federal laws which prohibit political campaign or election-related activities. They were asked not to take photos or videos for that purpose. The grounds are considered sacred and hallowed. An Army spokesperson said an employee who attempted to ensure adherence to these rules was, quote, abruptly pushed aside. The statement goes on to say, consistent with the decorum expected at ANC, this employee acted with professionalism and avoided further disruption. The incident was reported to the police department, but the employee subsequently decided not to press charges. Therefore, the Army considers this matter closed.
So let me understand this. See, this is what listen. I don't know why the employee stopped, didn't want to press charges. I get it. The whole narrative is that the person was afraid of backlash from Trump supporters. Fuck Trump supporters. That's how I'd have felt. You get what I mean? But anyway, what was the whole point of even referring it to law enforcement? If you ain't gonna press charges, you might should have just let that shit go. People, listen, I at this point with Trump, I just want Trump and his people to go the fuck away, man. Listen, we can't even, you can't even go and mourn somewhere without these motherfuckers got some type of agenda. They can't go and show fucking respect. They gotta go to their campaign, do all types of unnecessary shit, break policies, break laws. Like, come on, bruh. But, it is what it is, though. Let's move on.
Matter closed. Since Monday, accounts from the scene have varied. Former President Trump has insisted there was no violation of law. Communications director for the Trump campaign, Stephen Chung.
First of all, of course you're going to say that. Of course Trump going to say that. See, I'm really getting real sick of CNN because at this point, what are y'all even reporting anything for? You know he gonna say that. We all know it was an incident. Trump saying that he didn't break laws and no shit like that. Yes, if that dude or whoever it was that was one of them people that was, gotten that altercation with his campaign people, if they would have pressed charges, his ass would have got another felony charge, or whoever the people was. So what are y'all reporting? Of course he gonna say he ain't do shit. Trump never admits that he do anything wrong. What's the whole point of even reporting that? You know he gonna lie. Anyway, let's move on, man.
On X that the campaign was granted access to have a photographer there. Chung also disputed claims of a physical altercation and has said there's video to back this up, yet none has been released thus far. Former President Trump published a statement on Truth Social from 5 family members thanking him for making the visit and saying, "We are deeply grateful to the president for taking the time to honor our children and for standing alongside us in our grief, offering his unwavering support during such a difficult time." Joining me now is one of those family members.
And let me just say this. Listen, you people, you family members should be ashamed of yourselves. Listen, rest in peace to the soldiers or the people that died. Fuck they families, bro. Fuck they families, bro. They are despicable people. You let this racist, this felon, this disrespectful, ignorant motherfucker come to your kid's shit. And you're so ignorant, he is part of the real reason why your kids got killed. Or your family member got killed. He's a part of that. But you just ignore that shit. Let's just blame Biden. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Listen to this silly bitch.
Shamblin, mother-in-law of Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole G. G, aged 23, was deployed to Afghanistan where she served as a female engagement team member to help facilitate evacuation support for Afghan women and children. She was killed in a suicide attack along with 12 other service members that day, leaving behind a husband. Christy, thank you so much for being here. Please tell me about Nicole.
Well, thank you for having me. Nicole was a ray of light. She was an encourager.
And let me just say this. Please, people, don't get suckered into the fake tears and the fake, like she's so sad and all that shit. Don't fall for that shit. This bitch is disgusting too. This bitch is a racist too. Nobody wants to say this because they want to show some type of empathy and sympathy for the families of these soldiers that passed away. Fuck these motherfuckers. These are horrible people. Let's move on.
She believed in having a positive mental attitude, and she was so very proud to be serving on with the FET team in Afghanistan. She was very, very proud to serve there, and they all worked so hard to get the most vulnerable out of that country before, certain death. And we're very proud of her. And we want to continue on her legacy and being encouraging and having a positive mental attitude.
I'm so sorry for your loss, and I'm trying to understand
what legacy you carrying on by attaching yourself to a racist. How you doing that for her legacy? Was she a racist? I told y'all, at this point, it's not about political shit. It's not about policies at this point. It's about people's morals and principles. If you have them or you don't. These people don't have no fucking morals and principles. You associate yourself with a fucking felon, a racist, a sexist, a homophobe, a fucking buffoon idiot in Trump. But I supposed to feel sorry for your loss. No. I feel sorry for them military people that lost their life. That's about it. But the families can kiss my ass. I stand on that shit. I'm very sick and tired of Trump supporters trying to play victim and trying to play like they so hurt and more. But you over this bitch fucking with racists. But anyway, let's move on, man. God damn, these people is horrible.
What exactly went on Monday? You wanted the former president there. By the way, I think it's a wonderful thing that he was there. reflective and honoring our war dead.
CNN actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a good thing that he was there. What did he do? Every time this motherfucker goes somewhere that's supposed to be somewhat sentimental, or it's just basic human decency of just doing decent shit. He always got to do some fuck shit. Or the people around him, they always got to do fuck shit. This shouldn't even have been an issue. This should have just been some shit. Okay, he went, showed his respect, and that was it. No, he didn't go there to do that. He went there for a fucking photo op, and he went there to start some type of fucking chaos. Because chaos follows this man. And this bitch sitting there, she's smiling and giggling and shit. Let's move on, man.
We're dead, but it crossed a line at some point. How do you see it?
Well, first I want to remind everybody that it's really hard to find a way on August 26th to celebrate, and we want to celebrate our heroes. We invited both President Trump and the Biden-Harris administration, and we didn't hear back from the White House. We were happy to.
And you know why? And I'm glad they didn't go. I'm glad they didn't go. I'm glad Biden and the Biden administration and Harris, their campaign, I'm glad they didn't go. They made a mockery of these soldiers. The family did this. You invite this nigga that brings chaos to everything. So we invited the Biden administration and Trump. Fuck that. Fuck that. They're just making a mockery of these soldiers that died. The family is doing that.
Welcome President Trump to lay wreaths with all three of our families and some of our wounded from that day. And when he came to Section 60, it was at our request to spend time with our loved ones. There was not a press presence there. We privately took pictures among ourselves. And it was
which is against the law. So you break the law too. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Long as it ain't for political shit. But they did. But the family made it political too because they allowed Trump to do it. Listen, you gonna listen to it. They had no problem with him using this shit for political shit. No problem. So they helped him. They helped him break the law. Anyway, the family made a mockery of these soldiers that died. They acting like the rules don't matter. No rules matter to these people. But they always want to try to send some type of moral principle type shit to everybody else. Like we got to be doing what they do. Like they got the moral high ground. Man, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on, man. Sad, man.
It was, a more celebratory feeling for that day because we want to celebrate our loved ones, and it's very hard to find ways to do that at a cemetery.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, bitch, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. You ain't go there to celebrate the memories of them soldiers that died. You went there to help Donald Trump do a photo op, bitch. Just disgusting. Fucking people are disgusting. Made a mockery of that shit. Then try to sit here and fake cry and shit. Ain't seen no tears. And I know some people gonna be like, "Oh, Kenny, come on now, you're going too far." No, I'm not. This is the second family member from another family, the second family, a second family of one of the soldiers that died, family members, get on CNN and make a mockery of those soldiers that died. And I'm just gonna say this on real talk. CNN, you should be ashamed of yourself for keep allowing these people come on here and making a mockery. But I understand you trying to get clicks and views and shit. These people are, excuse me, these people are disgusting. This lady is disgusting. Then try to sit here and fake cry and shit. Nah, fuck all that. Let's move on. No more pity, bro. I ain't got no pity for them.
They were very respectful. We didn't see any altercation. And really, we just want our loved ones to be honored and remembered in a positive way.
You ain't see no altercation because in the beginning, they did that shit. That's probably why they didn't see it. Or she didn't see it. And then I don't believe her, because I believe she's a liar too. So I don't believe her. She might have did see it. An altercation doesn't mean shit got physical. Altercation could be that it was just an altercation that happened where it was some verbal things that was going back and forwards. So I don't believe her. I'd have put all them bitches. See, they listen, people better than me. They lucky I wasn't the person that they ran into. I was one of the people that guard that, you know, that cemetery. And that was me. I interact with Trump people. Listen, I wish they would have. Because listen, first of all, when I try to block you and you try to push away, say, hold on for a second. Come on, y'all can't do that. You know, it's illegal to do this. You can't take pictures, can't do none of this stuff. And they tried to rush me and they'd have put their hands on me. I'd have smacked the shit out of one of the Trump supporters. One of them Trump administrators from his campaign. I'd smack shit out of them. Because they already assaulted me at that point. See, listen, people better than me. I'm just telling y'all that now. And then this goofy bitch, she want to get up and act like she don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. Yeah, because you're a fucking racist. But anyway, let's move on.
So I hear and respect all of that. At the same time, I have to say he should not have used the video that was recorded in TikTok for a campaign purpose. Can we agree on that?
No.
I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know what it is. But yeah, you know, there's no political.
Fuck out of here, man. They ain't got nothing to do with you being on TikTok. You know what TikTok is. It's a social media platform. You already know. That ain't got shit to do with it. And don't act like you did not see what he did on TikTok. She's a fucking liar. I don't believe nothing that comes out of these Trump supporters' mouth. Get the fuck out. I don't know what TikTok is. I've never been on TikTok. The fuck out of here. I ain't been on TikTok either, nigga, but I done seen some TikToks. The shit been all over the news. Fuck you. First of all, it got nothing to do with you being on TikTok. This shit is out. I guarantee. How much y'all want to bet that this woman and her whole family most likely is on Truth Social? Because if she on Truth Social, she's seen what Trump did. The video he put up. So this whole notion, she said, I don't know what TikTok is. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know what's going on. Get the fuck out of here. Just liars, man.
There's no political campaigning that was done at Section 60 that day.
Right.
It was
First of all, time out. How the fuck you know, bitch? How you know, bitch? You just said that you ain't see it. So how the fuck you know? You can't have it both ways. First of all, how the fuck do you know? It wasn't no political thing going on. Is you that ignorant, or you stupid, or you lying? I believe it's all three. You just say, I don't know what TikTok, I didn't see anything. But wasn't nothing political that was going on. How the fuck you know? But you know, bitch, because you're a liar. Let's move on, man. Fucking the nerve of these people to get on national TV and lie.
It's a respectful
And
time.
I'm showing what was put on TikTok so that the audience can see it, and I recognize you might not be able to see it. We didn't lose one person.
No, first of all, she's seen it. Listen, she's seen it because she was okay. They admitted that they was okay with Trump and his campaign people coming there and taking the videos and pictures and shit. So they seen it. She know what it is. She lying. Fuck out of here.
Person in 18 months, says the narration, and then they took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan. We lost 13 great people. I mean, it's got a message of saying, I did right by our soldiers, and Biden and Harris did not. I mean, up until that point.
And he's lying. But is we shocked that Trump lied? Because I told y'all, that whole plan that Biden wound up doing, Trump already put it in motion. It was already put in motion, set up, put in motion, and it had a date on it. So the date that Biden went along with it, or I guess, I ain't gonna say went along. We must say went along with it, but when it was already activated. Now Biden could have stopped it. That's why it's partly his own fault, because it probably could have been tweaked a little better. You know what I mean? But it was Trump plan. It was already set in motion before Biden was the president. This shit was already planned. And Biden like, okay, all right, that's what Trump did. Okay, cool. We should tweak it a little bit, but hey, it seems okay to me. And I guarantee you the top military people came to him and was like, yeah, it's a good plan. So it ain't all on Biden. Because you got to listen to the military. Okay, you think it's okay for us to do this? And the military probably came in, the top military officials, came in and was like, yeah, everything is good. Everything should be good. Okay, man. Listen, you can blame Biden. I'm not saying that. But you got to blame Trump. If you're going to blame Biden, you got to blame Trump because it was his plan and it was set up. You can blame Trump. You can blame Biden, and you can blame the top military officials. Because I guarantee you, They was a part of that. And I guarantee you Biden listened to them, went over it, and was like, okay, y'all think this is a good idea? Okay. You know, blah, blah. All right, cool. Vice President Harris, all of them. Okay, cool, probably. All right. Because you got to put some faith into the top military people. They're saying that something is going to work out. It's going to work out the way it's supposed to be. But like I said, this is life. This is real life. Shit happens in war, at war. Everybody thought it was so simple, us just getting up and just leaving. No, nigga, this nigga Trump wanted to sit down with the Taliban. When we was trying to get all our shit and get the fuck up out of there, the Taliban people, I mean, not Taliban people, but the Pakistani people was trying to, no, take us with you. So it was chaos. And then at the same time, the fucking Taliban took over Pakistan. Because of Trump. Because he set the shit in motion. It was his plan. But anyway.
Till that point, I get it. It's great that he's there. Family members want pictures. Terrific. Take the pictures. Do whatever the family members want. But he shouldn't have put it on TikTok for a political purpose.
He shouldn't.
Well, you know, I just have to go back to, we really just want our kids to be remembered and honored. And it's unfortunate that we can't get that, you know, in other ways. So.
What other ways? What? What else? They did. What else do you want? You dodged the question that he said. He basically asked you. Trump shouldn't have did that. Yes or no? She couldn't do it. No, you know, we just want our loved ones to be acknowledged and remembered in a certain way. Okay. All right, man. They did, man. But you, in her mind, it's all Biden fault. And you see how she dodged the question because she a Trump supporter. She don't see nothing wrong with what he did. She know what she should have said. She should have said, "Hey, you're right. He shouldn't have did that, and Donald Trump is wrong for that." And I have a real big problem that he did that. She couldn't even do that. This bitch couldn't even do that. So, I'm not showing no empathy and sympathy to this bitch. You can't even. This is a softball shit. Like you know what's wrong. And you can't even admit that he did something wrong? Anyway. But listen, it get worse, people. Because watch what happens though. Watch all this innocent and this fake tear shit that she was doing through this whole, almost 6 minutes. And watch when, almost at the end of this shit, how all of a sudden when they start talking about the Biden administration, this bitch all of a sudden get very open, the crying go away, all of a sudden she seem angry. Can't make this up.
We support President Trump, and he's supported us.
A final question, if I might.
Because that's all that matters.
Worry that.
I'm sorry. That's all that matter. You heard her. We support President Trump. He ain't the president. He's a former president, bitch. That's number one. Then number two, you support him because he supports you. Biden supports you too. Biden, when your kids passed away, your family members passed away, who called you first? The fucking president. Not Donald Trump. You ignorant bitch. I told you it all changed. Just, no, man. Let's move on, man. I swear to God, fuck Trump supporters, man. Let's move on. Shout out to my big brother Weezy in the building. What up, Weezy? And that's facts right there. I'm trying to get motherfuckers to understand that. Everybody want to keep trying to blame Biden. No, nigga, this shit was already in progress. Like, he already made the deal. This motherfucker was trying to bring the Taliban to America to sit down with them and talk to them in America. And until he got some backlash from that shit, then he stopped it. Y'all don't remember that shit, nigga? Google it. We're not going to keep blaming Biden for some shit that Trump did. He put this shit in motion with the military, and then Biden got in there, looked over it, asked the military, is this a good plan? They're like, yeah, it's a decent plan. But it didn't go like we thought. Listen, let's just say Trump would have won, and he still would have went through with the plan. This shit still could have went left. It's the same shit could have happened. It's a very big possibility. Because I'm going to tell y'all exactly what really happened why our military was thrown off. Because they was not expecting the Pakistani people to rush them. To try to help them, to get them to help them to get the fuck out of there. They wanted to leave. Because the Taliban took over Pakistan. Some shit that Trump worked out with them. Trump told them it's okay, well, y'all can go ahead and take over the Pakistani government. Nobody talking about that. Trump gave the Pakistani government to terrorists. He allowed them to do it. It was already in motion. Once we backed off, the Taliban came right in to the government and took over that bitch. This motherfucker trusted the Taliban out. Let's move on. And the reason we don't know a lot of this shit, and because they had did hearings and shit on this, and they weren't trying to push forward with it, was because the military is definitely responsible. The head military people, they are definitely responsible for what happened. Because they helped set the plan with Trump. They the ones, when Biden got in office, they was like, yeah, it's a good plan. But what happened, when we start, excuse me, we start evacuating, it fucked our whole plan up. Because the Pakistani people started to rush our planes. That's why we left weapons. That's why that suicide bomber came in and did what he did. Because our military wasn't expecting the fucking Pakistani people to rush them. We had no security, nothing. We was packing up and leaving, nigga. It was a bad plan from the military and Trump. And for Biden not to say, ho. It's part of his fault too. It's all their fault. We're not just going to blame Biden. We ain't just going to blame Trump. We ain't just going to blame the military. It's all their fault. But everybody want to sit here and play politics and shit. Get the fuck out of here. And then this stupid ignorant bitch, she going to get them. President Trump supports us, so we support him. Yeah, all right, bitch. You don't give a fuck about your loved ones. You playing politics. Shout out to my brother Weezy again. These are facts. These are facts. What people don't talk about is that the Taliban released a lot of prisoners to us. So that was part of the deal. It was a good deal, but you got to understand, what come with a deal like that with fucking terrorists, shit can go left, just like it did. This shit's sad, man. Nobody want to talk about that shit, man. They just want to, it's all Biden's fault. No, it's not. Let's move on.
The issue, the legitimate issue of the way in which we left Afghanistan and the circumstances 3 years ago at Abbey Gate now sort of diminishes as an issue, because when people think of Afghanistan, the withdrawal, it'll be the controversy over Arlington instead of a very appropriate focus on the death of those 13. Final thought on that?
I think our media needs to do a better job of focusing on the Afghanistan withdrawal instead of things like this that aren't really relevant or important.
Yes, it is. And you know what? Partly you right and partly you wrong. It is. Number one, it is. We should be focusing on what your racist ass did and what Trump just did a couple of days ago by making a mockery of that situation. And then number two, you're right. They shouldn't have had your goofy ass on there. Let's blame the media for Trump behavior. Let's blame the Biden administration. Let's blame the Democrat because of Trump behavior. Trump can't do nothing wrong. You're right, man. The media shouldn't have, CNN shouldn't have allowed your goofy ass, your racist, stupid ass to come on a network and be there and make a mockery of those dead soldiers. Partly you are right. You are part of the problem, bitch. Fuck this whore, man. I don't give a fuck about it. Listen, people like, I know motherfuckers gonna be leaving shit to me. Like, Kitty, you tripping. No, I ain't tripping. Why the fuck y'all can't see that this woman is fucking out here bullshitting? Making a mockery of them dead soldiers. She making a mockery of it. To blame everybody else. You want to be real? Listen, fuck it. I'ma say it. She a part of the reason why them soldiers are dead. Fuck it. I said it. Because of this type of behavior and bullshit. She's part of the reason. Having that idiot making a deal. This nigga Trump don't know shit about politics. He don't know shit about shit go like outside of this country. He don't know how the military work. And this bitch is sitting there acting like he's some great he know what he was doing. He let the Taliban take over the Pakistani government. The fuck out of here, man. Like I said, we ain't even supposed to been over there anyway. So I blame whoever voted for us to go and invade Pakistan, Afghanistan. Where Saddam Hussein was. Get the fuck out of here. I blame Bush and them. We ain't even supposed to have been over there. These 13 soldiers wouldn't have been dead because of George Bush too. Fuck y'all talking about. Do your history. Do some motherfucker. Educate yourself. We ain't even supposed to been over there. Them soldiers died for nothing. Every soldier we lost over in Afghanistan, Pakistan, wherever. We ain't even supposed to been over there, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? I ain't playing no stupid ass games with stupid people. Half the time motherfuckers don't even educate themselves. And then they want to get on, Kitty, you being harsh. No, I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. These people don't even supposed to be dead. But these are the same people, Kitty, you being harsh. You keep voting for people that keep doing stupid shit like this. Sending out men, women, and children over there to fucking die for nothing. And then you want to sit here and blame the administration. No, it's who you voting for, motherfuckers. You listen, we can blame the politicians. I ain't denying that. But as voters, we got to start taking responsibility. Even the motherfuckers that talking about, oh, I ain't voting. Okay. You take responsibility as well of all those soldiers that died over there. We are all responsible. Fuck are you talking about? You keep voting for these same ignorant motherfuckers getting there. You got war-hard people just want war. They want to go to war to make money. They don't give a fuck about them soldiers dying. They give a fuck about money. More soldiers we send, more money we get. Fuck out of here. We all responsible. Every last one of us in America. We are all responsible for all those dead soldiers in the last, 20 years? We all responsible. Fuck out of here. Even our wounded that came back. We are all responsible for them, but we don't want to. Well, we're going to get the money to take care of the vets. What, bitch? I don't mind paying high taxes to help the motherfucking veterans and the homeless, because a lot of the veterans wind up going homeless. Get them the health care they need. They decide, man, listen. I'll defund the fucking police in America to give to the fucking soldiers and the veterans. Fuck out of here. Fuck are you talking about? It's all our fault. And we sitting there, we want, let's blame that administration. No, bitch, this is who we keep voting for. We keep voting for these people. We ain't even supposed to have been over there. Anyway, let's move on.
I mean, we were very respectful. I understand that there may have been, a little bit of a misunderstanding, but we'd like to take the focus back.
Ma'am, it wasn't no misunderstanding. They knew ahead of time. You cannot come there and take pictures and shit like that and use it as campaign ads. They knew ahead of time, the Trump people. The fuck you talking about? It wasn't no misunderstanding. You old ignorant bitch. You know what's a misunderstanding? That we keep allowing Trump supporters to act like they're regular human beings. You're not. You're trash. All Trump supporters is trash. You're not regular human beings. You're awful people. You are awful. Anybody that fuck with Trump and keep defending this fool and his administration or whatever the fuck his campaign, and you keep voting for him, you're all are horrible individuals. You're all are horrible human beings. I'm not playing around with you stupid motherfuckers no more. You horrible. You don't make no excuse for this motherfucker what he just did. He made a mockery of dead soldiers. And then campaigned off of it. And then this goofy bitch is sitting there. It was just a misunderstanding. It wasn't. wasn't a fucking misunderstanding, bitch. They knew ahead of time they couldn't did the shit they was doing, the shit they did. They knew. And first of all, he was the president. These supposed to be political people, right? The most bright and intelligent motherfuckers. You didn't know the law? You didn't know the rules when you went there? Before you went there? But so Trump get the best, the most educated in his circle. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Let's move on, man.
You said, let's talk about how we left all the equipment behind. Let's talk about the Americans and the Afghans we left behind. Let's talk about the people we brought over that weren't vetted. Let's talk about the wounded. And that's what we want to bring focus back to. I appreciate that because that's exactly what we want. You know, the American people.
I bet you would, bitch. I bet you would. So just to ignore what it was Trump planned, though. You want to ignore that too. But let's focus on what Biden didn't do. All these people we didn't vet. This shit is sad, man. What is going on? What is happening to us in America, man? A lot of people in this country has lost their damn mind. They lost their fucking mind. This shit, even when she just said don't make no sense. Now you playing politics, bitch, and then you try to sit there and act like Trump didn't play politics? Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Focus on. We want our armed service members to be safer. We will have another evacuation, and if we don't start to focus on how to fix this, it will end in more casualties, and that's unacceptable.
Ma'am, the reason that shit went left, it started because of Trump. Did you ignore that? And let me just say this. I guess I got to say it again because we amongst the stupid out here. A lot of them stupid. When we go to war, innocent people die. Tragic shit happens. And let me put people on game. If it wasn't for progressives, people like me that's independent and was like, hey man, we gotta stop war, all that shit, our soldiers need to come home, blah, blah, blah. If we didn't push for that shit, these bitches wouldn't even be talking about it. Not mainstream media, not some of these fake ass Trump support, fake ass Republicans and Trump support, they wouldn't even be talking about it. They wasn't even talking about none of this shit. They wasn't even talking about it. Then when their family members die, then they start crying and shit. We need to bring our troops on. He shouldn't have been over there. Bitch, you ain't... Listen, man. You keep voting for people that want war. Fuck out of here. And that is Democrats and Republicans because it is warmongers on both sides. Nigga, listen, nigga, I want peace in the world, nigga. I don't understand why we keep on trying to act like everything is our motherfucking issue. It's not. Shout out to my brother Weezy in the building. What up, Weezy? Listen, Weezy, I'm trying to figure that shit out too, bro. I'm trying to figure that out too. She just ignoring it. She ignoring it. They're in the cult, and that's why I say fuck them. Shout out to my little brother LT in the building. What up, L? Man, this shit is ridiculous, man.
Christy, Godspeed to you, your family, in particular your son. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. And I stand on that. Fuck her and her son. And fuck the rest of them bitches. Listen, fuck them all. Fuck them all. I don't feel no empathy and sympathy for none of them. Fuck them. That's how I feel. Now, I want y'all to listen. Listen, I'm going down the line. Listen, people. Now, this is Trump's. This is one of Trump one of Trump spokesperson. You know this ignorant motherfucker from way back. He been with Trump from the beginning. Watch this shit. That's why I said, listen. Black people, some black people sitting out there talking about y'all need something for yourself. Nigga, you may not have nothing. They will use the Trump people will use you as slaves. You will be slaves. You let these bitches get in office. Listen to this shit.
All right, welcome back. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris set to debate on ABC for the first time September 10th. But how the debate will look, still up in the air. Both campaigns have been accusing each other of not agreeing to certain rules. This week, Donald Trump suggested he was open to some changes from the rules that were set for the CNN debate.
Would you want the microphones muted in the debate whenever you're not speaking?
We agreed to the same rules. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have it probably on, but the agreement was that it would be the same as it was last time. In that case, it was muted. I didn't like it the last time, but it worked out fine.
Now a spokesman for the Harris
First of all,
campaign
you only want the mics to be on so you can say all types of stupid, racist, bigoted shit. Because you say stupid shit. That's all you do, Trump. You don't say nothing that makes sense. But anyway, let's move on.
tells CNN that both candidates agreed on leaving the mics unmuted.
Listen, hold on, and let me say this too. I hope they are really, really prepping Vice President Harris for this debate, because this first debate is very, very important. Anything after of it, I don't see. If she come out there and she rock his ass and she stand on business, Trump ain't gonna debate no more. So they better be really prepping her, saying, listen, this debate, you got to go after him and you got to stand on business and get his ass out of here. This will squash his whole campaign. If she comes out there and she rocks his ass, because you know all his disrespectful shit he gonna do. But she better come out there and be ready for it and rock his ass back. Do not sit out there like she did that last interview. I had no problem with it. It's an interview. I get it. Don't go out there. I'm not answering that question. Like, the same old, same old. No, it's not the same old, same old. Tell the fucking American people who he is. The problem I had with Democrats, be honest and be real. Say the man is a racist. Say the man is a bigot. Say the man is a homophobe. And stop playing. We already divided. And the people that's in the middle is most likely ignorant motherfuckers. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. Okay, cool. You ignorant motherfuckers. Vice President Harris cannot play around with this debate coming up. And I would say, and I would tell everybody, you know he might go to jail in a couple of days. Because you know once he do that debate with her, his ass go get sentenced. His ass might be in jail in a couple of days. I will make that shit clear. And then he might come out and say, oh, that's because y'all trying to come after me. Oh, no, we didn't come after you. You broke laws. You ain't special. Ain't nothing special about you. Trump, listen, people, I wish I was in her campaign. You can't sit there and bullcrap him. Like try to be nice. Do that political bullshit. Because he's not going to play by the rules. Trump is not going to play by the rules in this debate. I guarantee you. And I would tell everybody, he's a criminal. He shouldn't even be on the stage with me. He's a bad person. Like, you can't sit there and bullshit. I hope they prepping her right. Listen, people. This debate that's getting ready to come, this should make, listen, people. It'll most likely probably be on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that, I think. If not, I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to do it. If she don't do good in this debate, it don't look good. She may lose the election because of this debate. Honestly. She got two options. She can't let this shit be close or nothing like that. She gotta go after him and fuck him up. And if she go in there bullshitting, like the Democrats usually do, hey man, the election over. Trump gonna win. She cannot go in there and pussyfoot. Don't play around with this dude, man. This dude is, listen, he don't go by the rules. He got almost close to half of the country rocking with him. Nah, man, no. And I'll go there and I'll tell everybody he is a danger to society. I say he's trying to connect to people, to black people, because he thinks black people are criminals. That's the only way he can connect to some black folks. And I tell him, I'm not no criminal. I ain't a felon. I ain't never been charged with a felony. Vice President Harris ain't never been arrested. So I ain't never been arrested. And I know a lot of black people that ain't never been arrested. So we have nothing in common with this felon. Like, you got to get in his ass. You can't bullshit around, try to play that political bullshit. Let's move on, man.
Our preference, along with Donald Trump himself, is for unmuted microphones. I think the question that you'd have to ask is to Donald Trump and his team, are they in agreement between themselves on how we should approach this debate? Because we are in agreement with Donald Trump that these should be live and unmuted microphones.
All right, joining us now is Jason Miller. He's a senior advisor to the Trump campaign. Jason, welcome back to CNN this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Why do you want the mics muted?
Well, we've already agreed to the rules that we had with the CNN debate, and not only have we agreed, but the Harris camp has agreed as well. We had the rules last week. Both sides agreed that we would stay with the CNN format, which I thought both Jake and Dana did an excellent job. I think CNN as a network did a very good job, very fair job with the debate, and we hope that there is the same performance on ABC's end. But then, strangely, over the weekend, the Harris camp decided to change their minds and want to try to make an issue out of the already agreed to format. And Casey, I think really what was going on, I think, is a bit more sinister.
Because you know why? Because she the A side, bitch. How about that? You the B side. A bunch of bums. fuck out of here. She do the fuck she wanna do. Your side was the side that wanted act like y'all ain't want to do a debate. And second of all, why you just want Trump to just say all types of ignorant shit? Their whole campaign is about being ignorant, being disrespectful. And the Trump supporters don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay, man. Listen, like I told y'all, people, it is certain people that in management, right, where I work, I could talk to them and talk to certain different ones and differently. I can't talk to them the same. I may can use some curse words or say certain shit. Some of them I can't. That's life. You can't talk to everybody the fucking same. Sorry. Some people, listen, some people like that I be real and raw. Some people don't like that shit. So sometimes I have to watch certain shit I say. And it's because I respect others. It's not because I'm trying to be fake and phony. Sometimes I just gotta watch what I say. I can't get upset at every fucking thing some people say to me. You gotta know how to move. It's reality. We living in a reality now where people think they can just say whatever the fuck they want to say to people. You can't. It is consequences for that. And like I said, man, where I come from, certain shit that people say, that I'm starting to see people just being reckless and shit they say, you get fucked up. And like I said, if I was a wild boy like I was back in the day, now, I probably have killed a couple of motherfuckers or smacked a couple of people by now. Hunted a couple of motherfuckers down, found out where they live and did some shit to them. No lie to you. But I ain't on that type of time. So, it is what it is. Let's move on, man.
Minister, I think that the Harris camp was trying to come up with a distraction on the 3rd anniversary of the horrific killing of 13 Americans at Abbey Gate in Afghanistan. Of course, Kamala Harris was the last one in the room for that decision with Joe Biden. And I think that's what this was all about. They wanted to distract away from Kamala Harris's accountability on that issue because both sides had already...
You ain't even bring up, you never bring up that that wasn't Biden's deal. He didn't create that. He didn't try to sit down with the fucking Taliban, nigga. It wasn't his plan. You don't want to talk about that. This is blame. Whatever, man. Listen, people be like, yo, Kenny, you talk about politics a lot. I actually don't like talking about this shit. But I know how serious it is and know how important it is to talk about. I actually don't like talking about politics. I actually don't like politics because you get this ignorant shit. And then me knowing like that I do this shit. Like I actually do the work. I actually do the homework. I actually really do this shit. So for like these stupid politicians to sit out here and say nonsense shit actually irritates the fuck out of me. Excuse me. It actually makes me mad. And then when people come in or leave me shit and they be like, yo, Kenny, blah, 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 say some stupid shit out their mouth. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you, what the fuck are you talking about? Why the fuck you don't know what I know? Or at least know close to what I know. It's just like you be talking to, it's like the politicians. And listen, a lot of them ain't stupid. They play stupid. And then the motherfuckers that are not that intelligent or aware of shit, these are the same motherfuckers they're talking to. And then they want to ask me stupid questions. Because they don't educate themselves. And then try to say that act like I'm tripping. No, nigga, I ain't tripping. I know this shit. I do's this. Even though I don't like doing it. But I know how important it is. It's not my motherfucking fault that you don't think it's important to educate yourself in politics and educate yourself in policies and what the fuck is going on in the world and what's around you. That ain't my motherfucking problem, nigga. Educate yourself. I don't want to change nobody's mind. Nigga, educate yourself. And then once you educate yourself on some real shit, then you'll understand what I'm saying. But anyway, let's move on.
Sides had already agreed. We've agreed again. Rules are locked in. They're the same as it was for CNN.
Are you afraid that if you unmuted the mics, the debate would be worse for Mr. Trump?
Well, President Trump is going to be fine regardless of what the format is, but it's already locked in. That's the whole point, is that it was agreed to, the same as it was for CNN, the same as it will be for ABC. And both camps had already agreed to this.
Think about this shit. Nigga, there's no way, yo, you have this so much low self-esteem for yourself. See, I can understand this money. I get that part of it. But all money ain't good money. And being in certain positions of power ain't always good. I don't want to be in power and then have a motherfucker that's over top of me that's horrible. I got some power, but this motherfucker, I can't really do what I kind of really want to do because this motherfucker that's over top of me was on some horrible shit, on some fuck shit. Yo, how do these people look themselves in the face? I mean, look themselves in the mirror. How they do that? How these Trump staffers even look themselves in their face? But then they still try to come in and try to telling us about morals and principles. This shit is sad, bro. Let's move on, man.
To this. In fact, the Harris camp came back with a whole host of other changes that they wanted. But let's put this distraction aside. This is about Kamala Harris finally being held accountable. She can't be talking about the future when she's the one who created the nightmare that we're currently living in. She created the problems with our economy, our border, the global chaos, and you can't be asking for a promotion.
Lies! Just straight lies. She didn't create this. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, I don't even like speaking about the border, but let's talk about it. The border been fucked up. And then second of all, this is what racists do. They pretend that people that come the right way is still illegal. They came illegally, like the illegal motherfuckers. They treat them all the same. They act like it's no difference. It actually is. If a motherfucker come over this country the correct way, legally, they're not like the illegals that comes over here. I don't give a fuck how they came. What was going on with them? They still came illegally. But the motherfuckers that came here legally, it is a difference. But this is what the Republicans do. And then, like I said, you can't blame the Biden administration. Because you know why? About the border. All the stupid Trump, you want to blame the Biden administration and Vice President Harris. You want to blame them? Okay, fine. Do your homework. You had a bill, bipartisan, from Democrats and Republicans. It was created by one of the most radical Republicans, and Biden was going to pass it. Democrats was going to go along with. They all voted on it. They was all riding. Trump called them Republicans and told them all no. You better not vote for that. So don't tell me about the border. I don't want to hear shit about the border. You had a plan. Even the Border Patrol head honchos was like, hey, we like this bill. We need more Border Patrol people. We need the money. More technology. We need all that shit. We need to slow it down. They was all on board. Everybody was all on board. But who wasn't on board? Trump. You know why? Because he wanted to run off this shit. So now you hear the Trump support, this Trump spokesman come out and say, oh, let's blame the Democrats for it. They fucked it up. They didn't fuck it up. The Republicans fucked it up. They are facts. This ain't no shit that I'm making up. These are facts. They had a border patrol bill that I don't even actually really truly agree with. But it was a stern bill from the Republicans. And it was bipartisan. Democrats was riding with it. I was okay with it to a certain extent. But fuck it. Okay, cool. So we can't keep complaining about some shit. But it would have looked good for Biden. And Trump ain't like that. I don't want to hear about the border. I don't want to hear about it. That's what happened. So anybody, Trump supporters, anybody, I don't give a fuck who you are, independent, Democrat, I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell me about the border. The border could have been somewhat fixed or somewhat taken care of, slowed down in a way of legal immigrants coming over here, because that's all it is. It's not illegal immigrants. It is more legal immigrants coming over this country than illegals. These are facts. They just don't want the legal immigrants to come. So that's why they always say they try to group the legal immigrants that come here the right way with the illegals. They just don't want immigrants coming over here. Let's move on, man.
Promotion when really voters should be voting you out of office.
Jason, I also want to ask you about something else that we saw from your boss, Mr. Trump. He posted a pretty crude...
And it's bad that CNN, and this is the problem with CNN lately, it's supposed to be pushback for what he just said. Same shit I just said and broke down. She should have said. But you see what she did? She tried to move on to another subject. Why would CNN do that? Y'all are horrible, CNN. Y'all just as worse as fucking Fox News to me. So I don't watch this shit. I got this clip because somebody sent it to me. I don't watch fucking CNN no more. You motherfuckers are corrupt, just as corrupt as Fox News. The fuck out of here. There's no pushback at all. She just moves on. She ain't say none of the shit I just said. She just let this motherfucker just lie on her platform, on her network, on her show. She just allowed him to do that. There's no pushback. Fuck out of here. Let's move on, man.
Crude. Reposted a pretty crude image or comment, I should say, about Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president. It also mentioned Hillary Clinton, who, of course, Mr. Trump ran against in 2016. What would you say to the vice president of the United States about the comment that he reposted?
Well, I saw the social media post. I've not discussed that with the president. I don't know if the president even saw the comment that was on there or simply the picture. But I would say with regard to Kamala Harris.
First of all, that's a lie. He just lied again. God damn. Damn, that's a lie. He posted it on his Truth Network bullshit that he got. He posted it on his own shit. How you gonna say he didn't see it? He posted it. And then second of all, you are a Trump spokesperson. How the fuck you don't know nothing? How you don't know? Man, oh man, what we doing? America, we just allowing these people to lie like that, man. They just lying. On national TV. Let's lying. Well, I don't know nothing about it. I haven't talked to the president. How the fuck you ain't? How you ain't talked to the president? But I'm sorry, the former vice president. I mean the former president. I'm sorry, the former president. And you wanted the spokesman for his campaign. How you didn't talk to him? But you took your goofy ass on a network to speak about what the fuck you saying. First of all, I know that ain't true. From any party. No party allows any spokesperson that's from their campaign to go out and speak on their behalf without running shit through them. It's a lie, bro. It's a fucking lie. God, this shit is sad, man. It's so sad, man.
The attacks that have been levied by Kamala Harris's, both the campaign, by Harris allies against President Trump, not just recently, but over the past year and a half, 2 years, ever since he came down the escalator, quite frankly, in the case of many left of center people, have been quite horrific. All of this, though, Casey, is a distraction from the real issues that are going on right now.
What was reposted? I mean,
Oh, 100 times worse, Casey. 100 times worse. And here's the thing: there's social media posts.
But they haven't
where
been
we're talking about
sexual
issues.
in nature in this way.
Again, I haven't discussed that with the president. I don't know if the president even saw the comment that was.
It's a lie again. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Number one, like I said, it's on his network. Truth Network, whatever the fuck his goofy shit is. And then second of all, bro, you are a Trump campaign spokesman. How the fuck you don't know? I haven't talked to the president. But you on national TV talking? Just lies. Just fucking lies, bro. Listen. And she ain't even pushing back. She should be like, no, hold on. Time out. Why are you speaking then? Ain't you Trump's spokesman? You didn't run nothing past him to come on here and start speaking for him? All right, man. Let's move on, man.
That was on there. That's not something that I have asked, but we have real people who are struggling with inflation that is hurting this country, with the border crisis. President Trump was.
And first of all, you can keep bringing all that bullshit all you want, because that's all Trump wanted to do for us, the border. I know about that, but I already broke that down. Far as inflation again, people, you know why inflation went up? Inflation was going up because Trump did them terrorists, them terrorists, with going back and forth with China. That's what started it. And then you throw on the tax cuts they did for the rich, and then the pandemic happened. Boom. That's why we here. You can't blame Joe Biden for that. How you blaming Joe for that? For inflation? How can you blame him for that? He wasn't even in office. He wasn't even in office. How's this Joe fault? And his administration, how is... Oh, man, you know. Like I said, all I say to a lot of y'all, I hope y'all got y'all guns ready. Hope y'all getting guns. Because some of y'all just stupid. I don't know what the fuck y'all not seeing that I'm seeing. I can't comprehend why y'all can't see what I'm seeing. Some of y'all. Like, what the fuck? Inflation is higher because of Trump. His administration, he did this. Biden inherited his inflation. The motherfucker passed tax cuts for the rich. The deficit went high. Okay? Then the motherfucker was doing these tariffs with the Chinese, with China, and that shit was affecting us in the moment, and we didn't even see it. Then the pandemic hit. He mismanaged the fucking pandemic. And that's why inflation is high. Biden inherited that. Vice President Harris inherited that shit. How you ignore? Brung all the jobs back that lost through the pandemic, all that shit, right? And then he still did more. Millions of more jobs after that. How you ignore that? Okay, well, fine. What about inflation? Vice President Harris told you, businesses are intentionally, and look it up and Google it, they are intentionally price gouging. They intentionally doing it. Intentionally. You just ignore that though. And then you act like, oh, she can go in there, or Biden can go in there and do that. No, nigga, that's not how the government works. But she said, no, I'm going to get with Congress and we're going to pass some laws to stop that shit. You just ignore that. Anyway, let's move on.
Just at the border this past week, honoring those who've been killed by this migrant invasion. Jocelyn Nungary and Rachel Moore and Laken Riley, three names I do not believe we'll hear from Kamala Harris at the debate on
First of all, nigga, they came over here illegally. They didn't come through the border legally. They came illegally. That happens a lot under every administration. But let's be real though. Not trying to downplay those people's death. Won't ever do that. But let's be real. It is more Americans killing Americans than immigrants. Don't want to talk about that though. Let's just keep saying, hey, you know what? These illegal immigrants keep coming over here. It was deaths under Trump administration with illegal immigrants killing Americans. You don't want to talk about that either. Okay. All right. I see where we at.
And that's assuming that Kamala Harris shows up to the debate, which I imagine that she will, because Americans deserve to hear why Kamala Harris has been in hiding for 39 days. Of course,
first of all, you said, oh, that's if she show up. But then you said, oh, yeah, she'll show up then. What the fuck? Well, I believe she's going to show up. But if she, that's if she show up. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You're just talking in circles. She already said she gonna show up. Stop reflecting on what your the guy that you supporting that's trying to get out of the debates. All you motherfuckers do, all Republicans do, is talk about she ain't black. She ain't never claimed she was black. She a woman. She a communist. Oh, Afghanistan. Don't want to talk about those. And I swear to you, and I'm saying this on real talk, if Vice President Harris' campaign do not prep for this bullshit, because they're going to be the 4 things. Well, 5. I say 5 because they're going to talk about inflation. And you know what I tell them motherfuckers? I say inflation happened because of Trump. We inherited inflation. And we tried to bring it down, and these are the statistics of how we bring it down. That's not how the economy work, or we just snap our fingers and do something like that. We got to work on it. We got to try to bring it down. She got to be prepared for this, because they're the 5 things that they're going to come at her about. And all 5 of them are mistruths. They're not telling the whole truth about those things. And she better be prepared. They better be preparing her for that. Because if she ain't prepared for that, her ass is going down. And people, listen, if she doesn't do good in this next debate, in this debate coming up, the country is over. So I tell motherfuckers like this. I've been getting my guns for a minute now. And I keep telling people, you still should get your guns. Because I got another clip that's getting ready to come up, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Y'all going to hear why. Let's move on.
Of course, we'll hear from Kamala Harris and Tim Walz when they sit down with Dana to air this evening on CNN. And look, Dana's one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. I don't think Dana will allow Kamala Harris to hide behind Tim Walz. I think Dana will ask Kamala Harris why she thinks she deserves a promotion and why she hasn't done any of the things over the past 3.5 years that she says that she'll do in the future.
Jason, before I let you go, I want to ask you
Because
about
she
one
was the
other-
vice president. Stupid. Did Pence pass any policies and laws when he was in office with Trump? No, he didn't. He just rolled with Trump. He didn't pass no fucking policies. He ain't got the authority to do it. Fuck you talking about? Stupid. No vice president has the authority to pass policies. So the vice president almost is like, whatever the president does, right or wrong, you get caught up in it. That's how that goes. Vice president ain't got no fucking power like that. Fuck are you talking about? But anyway, let's move on.
One other issue, one story that there was a Politico story about a new book that's set to be published next week from your boss, the former president, that says that Mark Zuckerberg, the head of Meta, plotted against him during the 2020 election, and that the Meta chief executive would, quote, spend the rest of his life in prison, end quote. We also, of course, saw Zuckerberg send a letter to Congress expressing regret about some of the things Facebook did during the last election around misinformation. Does the former president feel this way about Mark Zuckerberg? Does he believe that he should go to jail?
Well, President Trump certainly had a right to be angry at the time, and especially looking back at the censorship that went on in 2020. I mean, they used this guise of Russian misinformation to outright censor a story that turned out to be very true with the Hunter Biden laptop. And it did manipulate the election. In fact, a post-election study from the Media Research Center said that 1 out of every 7 Biden voter would have looked to go a different way, possibly to President Trump, if they knew about the truth of the foreign business dealings and everything else on Hunter Biden's laptop. Specifically,
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. You lying again. No, it wouldn't. I don't give a fuck about Hunter Biden. You could lock his ass up right now. I don't give a fuck about Hunter Biden. If he broke the law, he broke the law. Get the fuck out of here. What that got to do with his daddy? The fuck that got to do with his daddy? And if people that goddamn stupid to think, oh, what Hunter Biden do, he's a former crackhead and he get high. So he did a lot of stupid, ignorant shit. What the fuck that got to do with his daddy? I know it's a reflection on his daddy, but what did his daddy like? Yeah, keep getting high. Keep breaking laws. No, his daddy didn't do that. So what the fuck are you talking about? It wouldn't change my mind. Well, Hunter Biden lock his ass up. If that's the fucking case, we should have locked Ivanka Trump up and goddamn Jared Kushner up for making money while they was in the White House. What the fuck are you talking about? They made money while they was in the White House. Man, please, man. Stop, man. Let's move on.
specific to Joe Biden and the
And
international.
is this a
what we would say is
jailable
corruption.
offense in your view, in the former president's view?
I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave that up to the lawyers to go and decide on that. But I do think that
No, that's why he can't say it. Because it ain't. Because your kid do some illegal shit and you ain't involved in it. No. But he trying to make it seem like, oh, Joe Biden, I'll leave it to the legal people. No, nigga. You already know that because you ain't that stupid. You know that. If your kid doing some illegal shit, how the fuck is that on you? So as if you ain't involved. In no way, shape, and how. Hunter Biden did what the fuck he did, nigga. That's on Hunter Biden, nigga. If Hunter Biden go to jail today tomorrow, I don't give a fuck. That got nothing to do with Joe. That nigga was on that sugar booger, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. And everybody know when motherfuckers is on that sugar booger, they do fuck shit. I got experience in that, so I know. Your family members get on that sugar? How the fuck is that your fault? How the fuck is it my fault? I don't want you doing that sugar booger, and I don't want you out here committing crimes. The fuck out of here, nigga. This is embarrassing. Number one, it's embarrassing. Number two, I feel bad for you because you on that sugar. Ain't got nothing to do with Joe. Fuck out of here. That's what I said. I'll leave it up to the legal people. You fuck out of here, motherfucker. You know they ain't got nothing to do with Joe. That's why you ain't saying, oh, Joe's responsible. You know goddamn well it ain't. The fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on.
you think that there was blatant election interference, and there should be some accountability to that. It can't just be a talking point from the left. There actually, people have to be held responsible, especially those 51 intelligence officers, for intentionally, very specifically, knowing that that was a lie and pushing this Russian disinformation hoax.
First
But again,
of all, shut your ass up. First of all, what about what's going on down there in Texas? The attorney general down there, that racist piece of shit, is down there raiding Latinos, their organization, people, on false narratives. Ain't find nothing. You see nothing wrong with that though. You don't see nothing wrong with that. That's election interference. What the fuck are you talking about? Ken Paxton, that's his name. Talking to my brother LT. Fuck out of here. That's election interference. Do anybody know it's very hard to register to vote in Texas? It's very hard. They got all these stipulations, all these crazy ass stipulations just to register to vote. Or even it's hard to go to register to vote somewhere. Because they don't want. Listen, I keep telling y'all this. In a lot of these Republican states, it is more Democrats there and independents there than it is Republicans. They know that. So that's why they put all these stipulations. That's why you see a lot of these Republicans in powerful positions in your state. That's why I tell everybody it's very important locally to vote. These people wouldn't be there if y'all voted. If you voted and came out in numbers, they wouldn't be there. They would not be there. These motherfuckers are sitting here pretending like, oh, we trying to run an honest election. No, you're not. You the motherfuckers that are listen, people. These are the facts. And you think I'm lying? Look it up. Damn near in every Republican state that's ran by Republicans, it's fraud that happens, that commit fraud or voter fraud is in Republican states. These are facts. These are goddamn facts, people. These are facts. Look it up. Remember they tried to lock the sister up? She was going through the shit. Nigga, that was one, right? But mind you, it was about 5 to 6 people in that state in Texas that committed voter fraud before her and after her. So it was way more than just 5. I'm telling y'all, Republicans are not that popular like that with their policies. They're not. It's just that they in power and they do a lot of voter suppression in your state. That's ran by them. They intentionally do that. Just trying to tell y'all. In Texas, that's not a red state. It's not even a purple state. That shit is a Democrat state. It's that they do voter fraud there. Alabama, all that shit, that's not a red state. They do voter suppression on purpose. They change districts and shit like that. They do shit like that. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, pay attention to your local shit. Yeah, we vote presidential. You need to really pay attention to your local shit. It was like the governor and shit that was here in Maryland. Only reason he got in office was because voter suppression. It ain't more white people here in Maryland. It's not. We outnumber them. But it was voter suppression. They did the suppression shit. Try to make a certain area bigger than what it really was, but it ain't a whole bunch of white people there. But whereas a lot of minorities or black people is, they try to split it, cut it, to where it's more white people there. It's not. It's not more white people here. Not in Maryland. It's not. Hogan, whatever his name is. No. It ain't. He wasn't supposed to get elected. And I'm not saying he that bad, but I'm just saying, like, he wasn't supposed to be the governor. They do voter suppression everywhere. It's all in Democrat states. It's all everywhere. That's all Republicans do. Especially when they get power. Telling y'all. Let's move on.
But again, the important thing here is it's not back in 2020. We're talking about the future, but a future where we're going to have record low inflation, a secure border. We're not going to have these wars popping up everywhere. And that's where I think the difference is in this campaign is that President Trump's going to put more money back in people's pockets, but he's telling them exactly.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. You know how Trump is going to lower inflation? Let's just say he get in office. You know how he going to lower it? It's because he's going to pass another tax cuts for the rich. And so they'll lower it then. But they already don't pay taxes like that. At all, really. And he going to pass another tax cut. To continue that they don't continue not to pay taxes. That's all that is. I'm just telling y'all. That's how he gonna lower it. He gonna give him another continue with the tax cut that he already gave him years ago. To keep it continue to go on the way they don't pay taxes. We pay all the taxes, they don't. The fucking rich, the 1%. They making millions and billions and trillions of dollars. But we don't pay taxes. That's why you see the stupid rappers come out. The stupid black rappers come out. We gonna ride with Trump. Because them niggas don't want to pay taxes. It always been that way. The more money you make, the more taxes you pay. I'm going to tell you something. The reason they don't let the middle class or the poor pay less taxes, right? Because what happens is then those poor and middle class and them they talk about the working people, if they not paying as much in taxes, they get to save more. So now they can take some of the money they've been saving, right? And get their own shit. And capitalism, real talk, you can't let the middle class and the poor catch up to the rich. Because if you do that, then they'll stop working for them. They'll build their own business. And if they do that, then the rich don't make no money. They go out of business. Or they lower their prices. That's how capitalism works. That's how, like, motherfuckers talking about inflation. That's how that shit goes down. Because now they got competition. That little business got so much competition with them. So they can pay for less of what they get for its products. But then they can come to us because they look at we ain't shit, right? And so now they can hike the prices up on us to get even more money. They paying less for what the merchandise they get. But then we can mistreat the workers. We ain't gotta pay them shit. Then at the same time, on top of that, is that hey, them little small businesses, they ain't competition. Cause see, the competition, them small businesses, they can go to the same people that these big corporations going to and get the same prices, and then come back and keep the prices right. Like, you know what I mean? Keep them as it, where it's decent. And they might lower the prices a little bit because they making so much money. But the corporations knows that. So that's why they pay the politicians off. They give them motherfuckers damn near over $1 billion to them corporations. Y'all don't pay attention to a lot of that shit. Like I said, a lot of times people don't educate themselves in this shit. That's why I say I'm educated in politics. I know how this shit goes. Why you think all the big corporations, sports, entertainment, a lot of them, the big businesses, Walmart, all them, if you find out who they vote for, who they rocking with the corporate Republicans and Democrats. They're rocking with them because they know that they not going to tax them like they supposed to. They don't want competition from a small business. They don't want that shit. Because then that means they got to be fair. They can't be fair now when them small businesses get involved. But y'all just ignore that shit. That's why we need to tax the rich. Because they're going to keep mistreating the workers. They won't allow you to build and get your own business, get your own staff, get your own people, where you will treat those staffers right and pay them good so they maybe can branch off and get their own shit. That's why those corporations don't like that shit. Anyway, let's move on.
Exactly how he's going to do it. We don't know from Kamala Harris. Maybe we'll find out from Dana tonight how she's going to pay for any of her plans.
All right. Jason Miller, thank you very much for coming on today.
Time out to you. That's why they always bring up how you going to pay for it. How you going to pay for these plans? See, the corporations don't want those people to be like, you know what? I don't want to work today. They don't want a regular worker to say, you know, I'm going to stay home with my kids this day. Or stay home with my kids for 2 weeks. They don't want that. They want to keep running you like a racehorse. So you spend less time spending with your family. Go work for them for nothing. Struggle. Stress yourself out. See, I know the game. That's why I got mad at my manager and shit. And I'm cool with him. We good. But I told that motherfucker. He told me one day, he said, oh, you only work 3 days. What you complaining about? Nigga, what the fuck you talking about, man? I got a fucking family home. You work the way you work, nigga. Because you got to do that. Number one, you live out your means. Then number two, nigga, you gotta keep working. I don't. I only need my 3 days. So that's how I work. It's a reason I do it. So I don't stress myself out. I don't be all fucked up. Motherfucker tell me I came in a day, right? They put me in one of the electric trucks, I'm sorry. I say, you know I like that shit. But I said, I peep your game. Cause I seen what he was trying to do. I said, all right, I'll rock with it. I'll do it. I said, shit get fucked up, that's on him. You gonna blame me? Blame me. But then when I told the motherfucker, I say, you know, I ain't rode none of the electric cars since I took the class. He said, damn. Damn, it been that long? I said, yeah, nigga. He said, oh, damn. He's like, well, I'm gonna put you back into the mob. I said, I peeped your game. I know what you doing, though. What you talking about, Kenny? Nigga, you think I'm stupid, bro? I know what you trying to do. What it is that he trying to get me. I'm one of the best drivers. I told you I'm top 5 best drivers where I work. And I only work 3 days. Half of these niggas, half of them niggas work 4-5 days a week. I don't do that. What it is, peak season get ready to come up. So now nigga gonna try to get me to come in on extra days. No. He asked me a couple of days ago, was like, oh, we ain't even peak season yet. Motherfucker like, oh, you think you gonna come in on peak season days? Like an extra day? I said, man, don't ask me that shit. My daughter get homeschooled. You know that. That's why I don't work more than 3 days. I'll tell you when I want an extra day. You can't talk to me. Listen, I told you, when I'm there for 3 days and I work my 3 days, nigga, I'm the best driver. I'm talking about through a week. I'm top 5 best drivers in a week. And these motherfuckers working more days than me. So, nigga, no. You don't get to talk to me. Like, nigga, I will tell you if I want an extra day. And it's not arrogant shit. It's just being real. Nigga, I'm fine. And there was some other shit that happened. I told you I got suspended and some shit. Them niggas threw me out of the bus. And I ain't like that shit. So, no, nigga, don't ask me that. I'll work when I'll work when I work. If I want the extra day, I get that motherfucker. I ask you for it. I let you know, can I work it? Or I ask you, can I work it? I ain't gonna say I'm gonna work it, but I ask you if I can work it. But don't ask me. You gonna work more days than people? No, nigga. I'll let you know. Don't ask me that. And then they try to pull this slick shit today. I was like, all right, I see what y'all on. See, I told you, I'll work around fuckery. You can't play me, nigga. I know the game. Been doing this shit all my life. Get the fuck out of here. Trying to play me. That shit irritated the shit out of me today. But I kept my calm. I kept my cool because I knew what they was doing. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people, we back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App. Make sure you guys, if you need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel, down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. But anyway, people, let's go and get out of here. OBF members, hit y'all behind the scenes, man. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.